welcome to the channel. I am DH, I am Dom, whatever you know me by, and this is going to be the first video on the channel. This is going to be a little review. Today is Monday, July 21st. This is going to be a little review slash prep for Tuesday, July 22nd. And if you guys like these, like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments how I can keep getting better at these because I'll keep doing them hopefully every day or every other day. And hopefully they can provide some information that you guys use in the market. So first we have SPY. I'm going to do SPY and then the Max 7. I have the list right here and we're just going to go through this list, get it in, get it out. Hopefully I can make this under 10 minutes and I'll try and make it useful. So going into tomorrow, what I'll be watching for on SPY is just a simple sweep of this 627.87 zone slash area and a reversal back up toward 629 and 631. We do have Powell speaking pre-market. He's going to be speaking at 7:30 Central Standard Time, which is my time. It's going to be 8:30 Eastern. So if I can see this level being swept, maybe in pre-market and reclaiming and holding, and then we get this level of regular trading hours. Some volume shows off this level, then this is going to be a great level to long off of intraday, back up towards 629 and 631. If this level somehow does break down and you lose this zone, then you'll just be looking for this 624.72 area to grab some longs off of, which will be a better long back up towards 629 and 631. So my long areas for tomorrow, 627.87 is going to be the initial long, and a 624.54 slash 624.72 will be the greedy entry that we get, and we can ride up towards 631. Maybe grab some Thursday, Friday contracts for this week, and we can just hold those until we get our target. So that's just going to be SPY. I'm not looking at any downside until the downside levels break. This green level right here, 622, would have to break to initiate the trigger and acceleration on downside down towards 619 and 614. But that's another story. We don't have that yet, so we just have to trade off what we have in front of us, and that's just going to be the quick plan on SPY. QQQ a little different because more tech based. So QQ, I'm actually watching for a sweep of this entire zone right here from 562.31 to 561.80. Don't know if we can get it. It might bounce somewhere around 563 if I'm just going off like this candle high right here. If I just put like a dot right there, it can easily sweep below 563.33, reclaim it, and then reverse back up towards 564 and 566. That can easily happen, but this green zone down here from 562.31 and 561.80 will be a greedier entry. Entries will be on 5-minute and 15-minute always, but my plan will be on the 30-minute and the 1 hour, so I don't get scared or you shouldn't get like intimidated by things that are happening on smaller time frames. You should always have your larger time frame plan, and you should just be going off that. So I see either one of these areas sweep. I kind of know whatever Powell's saying pre-market. If we do get that dip, and I'll just correlate it to whatever QQ is trading at the time, I get that dip. I see either one of these levels holding, and then I kind of know as soon as regular trading hours come along that I'll just be one to looking on the 15-minute or the 30-minute time frame, wait for these levels to sweep and hold, wait for levels to reclaim, and then just play the reversal back through the highs. If I did want to take an trade on options, I actually haven't been trading options that much. I've just been doing the futures and just the raw price action, and it's the money. Don't really have to deal with the chop and everything like that. I don't advise it for everybody, but that's just how I've been. So I'll just correlate my NQ, my MNQ trades to this, and we'll just go off that. So that's going to be the plan on QQQ. I'm not going to turn on the 9 EMA or the 20 EMA because those things really don't matter to me. I can just trade off the pure chart. So that's going to be the plan for QQQ. NVDA, I kind of drew some shit on NVIDIA already, but no trades for me as of now up here on NVIDIA. 171.47 is a level that needed to hold on NVIDIA. I don't know if I could just mark that quickly here. 171.40, or I don't know where that is. 171. I guess I could just do 171.57 temporarily right there, but it kind of closed below this level, so now I'm looking for longs off of 167.89. I'm not saying that will tap tomorrow on NVIDIA or it will hit immediately, but I don't want to actually get comfortable in longs until we can get 167.89, which is going to be this Friday high, or 164.06, which is going to be this Monday close from July 14th, and then also will correlate to a gap fill. This is a gap, and it closed right here, gapped up all the way right here. So this 167.89 will be about a 50% retracement inside this gap, and this 164.06 will be the full 100% gap fill. So either one of these levels are good areas to long. This is going to be the immediate long entry right here, 167.89, and this 164.06 will be like a position long back up towards 171 and 173. I'm not really leaning too bearish on a video, or I won't play the downside. If it falls down towards 167.89, I'll just play the longs. If this level shows some volume, shows the profile that it needs to show, and it can reclaim, it can hold, and we'll just ride it back up towards 171.57, which would be the first take profit. We break back above this level, then you could just target 173, which would be the second take profit. Anything after that will just probably be new all-time highs. So plan on NVDA. If 167.89 holds and you see that with high volume, you can long off that up towards 170, 171.57. This level breaks, then you'll just be looking for 164. You'll be a little bit more patient. Just wait till it travels all the way down here, and then you'll just long from 164 all the way up to here, and then 173 would be your third take profit. So that's be the trade plan on NVIDIA, and you'll just go like that. Tesla, I thought Tesla was next. My bad. Tesla's usually next, but I guess not on this one. Apple's still trading below, or Apple's still trading inside the levels between 208.42 and 212.94. If I were to just mark this low right there, you see it's 208.42, and Apple is literally stuck between these levels. So nothing much on Apple until you can get a daily closure either above 212.94 or you get a daily closure below 208.42. Closing above 212.94 should travel to 214, 216, 218, and then eventually that 223.89 gap fill that you see right there up above. But closing below 208.42 should travel back towards our 205 and our 203 price targets, which if they hold will be another great entry for calls pre-earnings, because Apple does have earnings on July 31st. If we can get 203 or 205 before Apple earnings and we see that's holding, then we can ride that 203, 205 entry all the way back up towards 223.89 if they hold, which would be an even better trade. So staying patient on Apple, not really much here. It's kind of in this consolidation phase, faking everybody out. Volume on the daily is kind of increasing, so you also want to watch out for that. But as of now, there's no major trades on Apple or anything crazy going on with Apple, so you guys don't have to get too antsy with that. It's just consolidating right now, man. So we're just gonna wait for the daily to close either above or below, and then hopefully it gets some continuation on either side, and we'll know the move from there. So stay patient on Apple. It'll be a great trade eventually. It was kind of a great trade today. I kind of scored 150% and 100% on some calls, but I had to sell those immediately because I already knew that it would kind of fade out if this daily didn't close above. So still waiting on Apple. Just give it time. Moving on to Tesla. Tesla, I was waiting for 324.55 area to be swept, held, and that would have been my entry for calls back up towards 330 and 336. Tesla does have earnings on Wednesday as well alongside Google, so I'm just tracking Tesla. No real entries on Tesla right now, but if I do see Tesla sweep down towards this 324.55 level alongside my 322.49 zone. This is a zone from 324.55 to 322.49. If I see Tesla somehow sweep this zone on high volume, if it wants to sweep the zone, hold the zone, and it claims or it holds 324.55, that's going to be our entry for calls all the way back up towards 328, 330, 333, and a 336. And that should be a great intraday trade because this is a pretty volatile zone. This is a pretty volatile level. If you wonder where this 324.55 level comes from, it's going to be on this high volume day right here from June 5th when Tesla traded at about 300 million shares that day. It's going to be that candle high. And if you wonder where the zone comes from, the zone is just going to be that candle high to the candle open because the open on this day was 322.49. So that's a pretty good zone. That's a pretty reliable zone that has to hold in terms for bulls. If bulls can hold this zone, this will be a great reversion trade back up towards 330 and 336. So that's going to be one of my top watches for Tuesday, or really for the week of July 21st. And we're just going to keep tracking this. And Tesla does have earnings on Wednesday, so can't get too greedy and kind of have to sell your contracts when you need to. You see some great percentages, you sell it, you take profit, you do what you need to do, and you get on about your day. So that's going to be my plan for Tesla. I'm watching 324 size 322 sweep, hold, and reversal back up towards the highs. Amazon was a great trade. Amazon was a great play. I was watching for a simple break above this 226.63 level and for a ride towards 228, 230, and 232. So the plan on Amazon for tomorrow is just going to be pretty simple. Either you get a clean break above 229 to 45, which will travel to 231 and officially fill this 232.76 gap fill, or if you want it to be a bull and you want it to entry on calls, be patient. Put your hands on top of your lap and just be patient and wait till Amazon facilitates all the way down towards 226.63 again. Since this level wasn't retested on the hourly, I don't think it was retested on the 15 minute. 5 minute it kind of was retested. So really on the higher time frame, 15 minute, 30 minute, and the hourly, this level was never retested. So if you see Amazon floating back down towards 226 on the 15 minute, 30 minute, or the hourly, and that level is holding, that's going to be your entry for calls back up towards 228. 230 and officially the 232 gap fill. So that's going to be my plan for Amazon. Won't play the downside. I don't think Amazon has any downside rewards, honestly, unless the market just completely turns. Then that's how Amazon returns. That's how Amazon would turn. But as for now, Amazon looking pretty good for continuation. So we just play that continuation and we should be good. Next, oh, that's my NQ chart. Sorry guys, sorry. Next, we have Google. Google has earnings on Wednesday, so no major trades in terms of day trades on Google. We're just going to have to kind of see how it trades either inside this gap, how it trades around this gap, or what Google wants to do pre-earnings. So I kind of think that Google would do like they'll have a crazy earnings report and maybe gap up either all the way inside this gap, maybe up towards 204 or 203, or if they have a super crazy earnings report, then Amazon would just completely gap all the way over this gap, turn this bear gap into a bull gap, or turn it into a support, and then Amazon would just, or Google would just keep running. So I'm not gonna be day trading Google as of now. I'm just gonna see how it trades around this gap, and I'll just go from there. But for now, I want to say that I'm pretty bullish on Google earnings, but that is always subject to change as we take things day by day. Meta Meta looks better on this chart, so I'm gonna go over here on this chart. Sorry that I just switched charts mid video, but the plan on Meta today was just a simple rip up towards 710 and see how it reacts at that 710 level. It reclaimed 710.79. So as long as Meta is holding this 710.79 level, then you should continue to ride up towards 714, 716, 718, and then ultimately that 723 target. And that 723 target is going to be the pivot. Rather, claiming that 723 will determine whether it wants to run towards 728 and 731, or rejecting that will determine whether it wants to fall back down towards 710. So you just kind of play the eye on Meta. Don't get too antsy because you can make a lot of money on this one or lose a lot of money quickly on this one. But as long as 710 holding, or even if 710 sweeps down towards like 708, 704, or something like that. So if it does something like this, on the hourly, reclaim 710, then that's going to be your entry up toward 723. So you just play the eye on Meta. You don't get too antsy, and that'll be Meta. And I think I kind of covered. Oh, I forgot Microsoft. Microsoft also looks better on these charts. So let me go back over here. My plan for Microsoft was a simple 506.77 sweep back up towards 510, but we kind of stalled out at this 510 level. So the plan on Microsoft would either be it claims this 510.91 level and run towards 513 at new all-time highs, or it stays below this 510.91 level and falls back down towards 508, 506.77, and below that there's nothing until 504. So you just play off this 510.91 level with Microsoft on the 15 minute, the 30 minute, and the hourly, and whatever it's doing on those time frames, that's how you trade around it. So always remember 5 and 15 minute for your entries, but you still need to have your plan on the 30 minute and hourly time frame. Lastly but not least, we have our futures. We have NQ, we have ES. 23,402 is going to be an intraday low that NQ made today, and that's going to be the pivot that I'm going to trade off of currently. Staying below this 23,402 level should continue to fall down towards my zone, which is going to be from 23,265 to 23,282. If NQ somehow pushes back above this level and holds as support, then I honestly would be looking for new all-time highs as long as it clears out this little cluster of order box over here. So 23,402 is going to be the current pivot. Staying below should continue to fall down towards here into here, but breaking back above runs new all-time highs. ES a little different. It's at that 6340, 6343 slash 6348 level. I don't have it marked over here, but if it can turn this area right here into support and it can hold this 6343 slash 6346 level, then I would think it will reverse it back up towards 6369. Losing this area or losing this little pocket right here where it's at, then I would just be looking for 63.31 again, and nothing, no entry below that until I get 63.13 and 63.07 again. So I'll just play the price action off that. I don't really look at this like a head and shoulders, even though you could say this is a head and shoulders that's about to fall down towards there. I'll just trade the price action and what it's doing in real time. So that's gonna be my little review. Hopefully you guys liked it. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Comment how I can continue to get better at these or how I can continue to improve. And I'll just keep doing these over time and I'll just keep getting better and we'll keep growing together. So hopefully you guys enjoyed everything. I'll see you guys tomorrow.